Man, when they want what they want, they going after it wholeheartedly. They don't give a fuck if they catch a charge, if they go to jail, if they impregnate the wrong lady. The brothers, Friendly Jr., Curtis, Robert, known as Bobby, Harris, known as Harry, and Cecil got their musical start singing gospel as the Womack brothers under the direction of their father, Friendly Sr., and their mother, Naomi. Later, they sang rock and roll as the Valentinos and the Lovers. Friendly Jr. and Curtis were born in West Virginia, and Bobby, Harry, and Cecil were all born in Cleveland. Curtis was the group's lead singer from age 9 on, but eventually was replaced by Bobby. As the Valentinos, they scored a number 8 R&B hit in 1962 with Looking for Love, and a number 94 R&B hit in 1964 with It's All Over Now. Both songs rose to number 63 on the Cashbox Pop Chart. When covered by the Rolling Stones, It's All Over Now became a number 1 hit in the UK and a number 26 Billboard Pop Chart hit in the United States. Bobby later became a major solo star, recording 4 top 40 pop chart hits and 39 top 100 R&B hits. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2009. Now pause, you know we read the Bobby book. And Bobby said that at first he was against the Rolling Stones covering his music because he's like, wait a minute, why they want to cover my music? I don't care how much money they gonna pay me to use my songs. No, they can write their own songs. Until he started getting them royalty checks. Now he want the Rolling Stones to cover everything. Even before Mary had met any of the Womacks were aware of Mary. Not only because she was a national singing star, but because they had heard about the performance she gave where one of her boobs jumped out of her dress. What? Did y'all know about that performance? Can we Google that? Is that on YouTube? What the hell? But they didn't see it. We didn't go to any shows, Curtis Womack noted. We were just church boys singing. Their mother and father accompanied them on tour with Mrs. Womack's major function being to make sure the money got back home. The boys later went into pop music because they thought if we sang rock and roll, we could keep some of the money. Okay, that's kind of sort of what Bobby Womack said in his book, but from what I remember, they was looking for the accolades of singing rock and roll. They want the fast women's. They want the nice cars. They want the conkalines. Because you know them Womacks was perverts, right? You know, remember that time when we read the Womack book when they went out there to New York and they only had $75 and they was fit to spend 50 of it on a prostitute to sleep with all 5 of them? Vocalist and record producer Sam Cooke, attracted by the Womacks' increasing popularity, recorded them as the Valentinos on his SAR Records label beginning in 1962. During the break in the recording sessions, Cooke told the Womacks that he was bringing Mary with him to Cleveland and that the two would be performing at the Plymore Ballroom there. Have you ever seen a rock and roll show in person, he asked them. No, but we sure would like to, they said. Even though Mary had not yet recorded her mega hit, My Guy, she had already written You Beat Me to the Punch and Two Lovers to wide popularity. She was every young girl's idol. And all the guys, while we, Curtis said, we were like, oh man, Mary Wells, that was big. That was major. Curtis and his brothers enjoyed the Plymore concert, although they didn't meet Mary personally at the time. They asked Cooke why he and Mary performed together. She's a crossover artist. Cooke replied, referring to her stunning success in appealing to both white and black audiences. Curtis, whose family gospel songs were aimed at a purely black audience, said he had never heard the term crossover before. The Womacks didn't meet Mary face to face until as the Valentinos. Shut up, Lou. The Womacks didn't meet Mary face to face until as the Valentinos. They were performing their hit song, Looking for a Love, at the Apollo in 1962. Mary was appearing there too. Seeing Mary on stage for only the second time in his life, Curtis noted with amazement that she was dancing full speed while singing. How could she dance like that and not get out of breath, perv? He probably thinking, boy, I could wear her out all friggin' night. Curtis said in an interview in West Virginia, where he now lives, and she was singing all her notes, even though the band was right on top of her, jamming, and she was talking to people, doing her thing. Obviously, he was impressed. Noticing the impact Mary was having on Curtis, Cooke mentioned to him that the two young people were the same age. This shocked Curtis. I thought Mary was a grown-up woman, he said. When you're a kid, girls mature faster. She had on this gown and she was all glamorous. Cooke invited the Womack brothers backstage to meet her. She had on these heels and she was acting and talking like the star she was, Curtis said, and we were all tongue-tied. Mary had seen Curtis performing with the Valentinos and singing the ballad Somewhere There's a Girl, a romantic song, at the Apollo, and had told May, I like him. She called him the little cute one. Attracted to Curtis, but noticing his youthful shyness, Mary arranged a second meeting. She commissioned May to tell him that. Mary likes you. Curtis's reaction was, what? No way. To his extreme amazement, May added that Mary sneaks into the audience and watches you when you sing. She likes your singing. Curtis didn't know how to react. I was pretty bashful, he said years later. Hold on, pause. I didn't plan on doing a lot of talking, right? But it's good to know that women can stand in their power. Mary Wells can stand in her power and say, ooh, that one. Bring that one to my hotel room. Okay, I like it because ninjas do it all the time. It's good to hear that when a woman sees something in the audience, yeah, that one. And then she sends her BFF down. Excuse me, you, guess what? Mary Wells wants some of you tonight. Oh, y'all. Okay, Barbs, I don't know if any of y'all in here, I don't want no problems with you bitches, okay? But child, I came across a story where Nicki Minaj was on stage, saw this girl in the audience and pointed to her, sent her people out there to, okay? And then the girl went back to her room, the Nicki Minaj backstage room or something like that. Oh my goodness. And tossed her salad for about an hour. And then Nicki Minaj just was like, toodles. And she didn't even feel used. She just was like, I was just happy to eat the salad. To his extreme amazement, May added that Mary sneaks into the audience and watches you when you sing. She likes your singing. Curtis didn't know how to react. I was pretty bashful, he said years later. May took Curtis up to Mary's dressing room, but Curtis was more dumbfounded than expected. He took the idea of a rock and roll hierarchy very seriously. Believe me, I had no idea what to say to her, Curtis said. Mary was a superstar. I thought if I did talk to her, I would have to be a little higher up than where I was then. Even being with the Valentinos, that wasn't going to do it. Curtis stayed mostly silent and didn't go near her, unable to overcome his awe. I said hello, and then I said goodbye, and then I left. I was scared of her. Mary continued to find Curtis attractive and kept reaching out to him as both groups continued on the concert circuit year after year. Curtis and I used to look at each other backstage a lot and give each other those eyes, Mary said. The Valentinos and Mary continued to appear on the same shows. And on Mary's birthday in 1963, she invited the boys to a birthday party in her dressing room. It was really Curtis she was after. May called Curtis and told him, "Mary sure wants to see you." Although Curtis probably had matured enough by the time of the birthday party to dare to begin a relationship with Mary, it was too late. He had already married his first wife, Donnice, who had become pregnant with his child. He said he worried that if he attended Wells' party, he might mess up by taking up with Mary, so he didn't go. His brothers, Cecil and Harry, did, but far from paying any attention to them as individuals, Mary talked to them about their brother Curtis. Later in life, Curtis commented to Unsung, "Wow, what a missed opportunity that was." Mary's version of the failure of what amounted to her courtship of Curtis was that they were both too shy to approach each other. Curtis and Donnice, who wed in 1962, when he was 19 and she was 15, were married for more than 12 years and had 4 children, Curtis Jr., Kevin, Robin, and Angel. Curtis's marriage wasn't the only obstacle between Curtis and Mary. Curtis's younger brother, Cecil, had begun his pursuit of her. Cecil's first step was to follow Mary to New York when she journeyed there on tour. This shocked the other Womacks, since they were so bonded as a team that very rarely did one brother go off on his own. Mary was surprised not only by Cecil's solo stepping out, but also by his persistence in courting her. Calling Curtis from New York, she told him, "I can't get rid of your brother." Despite falsely telling Cecil she was the mother of several kids, she had no children, and giving him an incorrect hotel number when he asked for hers. "Cecil didn't let any dirt get under his feet concerning me," Mary said. "He was on me every minute to go with him." All right. Okay. So at this point right now, it sounds like there's some sibling rivalry, which is a bit sick. But okay, his older brother, Curtis, was enamored with Mary. Okay? The younger brothers, I'm telling you, them baby boys be off the chain. Now, them baby girls be off the chain, but it's something about them baby boys. I don't know what be inside of them. They don't give a fuck about, man, when they want what they want, they going after it wholeheartedly. They don't give a fuck if they catch a charge, if they go to jail, if they, impregnate the wrong lady. They don't care. They just go. When you have a woman like Mary, when you have a ninja that won't go away, when you're in a vulnerable place, it can feel good. It can feel great. You feel wanted. That attention just works for certain kind of women. It works for me too. I'm a Libra. I can't lie. The reason why my wife got me was because she just did not go away. The younger brother is on her neck. Despite Mary saying to him, "Look, I got 72 children, okay? I'm in a relationship with 3 niggas, a dog. I never get an opportunity to wash my pastanka. It's okay. I'm just too busy for this right now." The young one didn't let up. "Well, I ain't going nowhere. He was running behind me like mad." Mary was surprised, however, when Cecil made it clear to her that he was pursuing her as a marriage partner as well as a sex partner. Curtis was astounded by Mary's call about Cecil. He told her, "He's up there. He got more nerve than me." Still insistent that she much preferred Curtis to Cecil, she told Curtis, "This boy is crazy. I'm not going to marry him." Scary Mary, you crazy. You crazy, Scary Mary. When Mary returned to Cleveland in 1965, she attended a Womack family gathering. She danced with Curtis all the time. And when the slow romantic record came on, Curtis and Mary continued dancing, provoking Cecil to complain to their mother that Curtis was trying to take his girlfriend. Mrs. Womack told Curtis not to harass Cecil because Cecil, 5 years younger, was just a baby. See what I'm saying? That's the bullshit right there. That's why them baby boys be off the chain like that. What happens is the parents, by the time they raise maybe the first one or the first two, they be too tired to take care of the baby. So basically, you got the older siblings who are still children looking out for the younger siblings. And they be out of control, you know? And you go to the parent and you complain to the parent, get your son. This motherfucker out of control. Just let him go. He the baby. Don't nobody feel like being bothered. All the while he robbing banks. Curtis said he obeyed and did not interfere any further with Cecil's pursuit of Mary. The combination of Curtis's marriage, Cecil's unending courtship, and Mary's susceptibility to forceful men finally broke her resistance. She accepted Cecil's proposal. You say that you love